What's up guys, WTF Sports here. We're back with another video, and in this video we'll be doing our week 12 preview. We do these every week. If you like this kind of content, like, subscribe, you know the deal. Usually Mason's here right below me, but unfortunately scheduling stuff came up, so he cannot be here today. So we got just me. But let's get into it. Alright, starting off our week 12 preview with our fantasy starts this week. Last week our best options scored a grand total of, let's see, I think it was 168. So, and that's our best week by far, might I add. So we're hoping to do better this week because, why not? But for your good options, these are the ones I'm going to put in a YouTube short. So if you're coming from that short, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'm thinking Jared Goff and Sam Darnold are both pretty good starts. They have actually they're playing the Giants and the Titans respectively, whatever the word is. They have really easy starts. I think they both are going to do great. I'm actually going to be at that Seahawks game. I'm very excited for that. I'm really hoping we don't. If we lose that game, I'd be so sad. Then Trayvon Henderson, I think that's his name. I might have just completely got his name wrong. But the Patriots running back, they are playing the Bengals, so I think he's good. Travis Etienne had a really good game last week, 2 touchdowns. They're playing the Cardinals this week. And then DeAndre Swift. Why not? They're playing the Steelers. Steelers defense has been kind of... actually, their defense was good last week, but still, why not? Wide receivers. Now, Darnell Mooney. Call me crazy. Because I am. But last year with Kirk Cousins, Darnell Mooney was playing pretty good. And Kirk Cousins is back. Drake London's out. Give me Darnell Mooney. Juwan Jennings. They're playing the Panthers. Panthers actually had a pretty good game last week, but... why not? Why not? Let's see if Brock Purdy can get it done again. And then Jameson Williams, like I said, they're playing the Giants. He should have himself a really good game. And then Hunter Henry and Mark Andrews, I think, are going to be 2 great tight ends this week. They're playing the Bengals and who are the Ravens playing? The Bengals, and then the Ravens are playing the Jets. So, start them. The 49ers are playing the Panthers, which is either a really high scoring or a really low scoring game for their defense, and the Bears are playing the Steelers, who I think they'll actually have a really good game against old man Aaron Rodgers. Now that our best options, these are the ones I think are your best starts this week at every given position. I think Dak Prescott might actually, I low-key forgot to change it, but I'm going to stick with that because I think Dak Prescott's going to be a great start this week. If you're not starting him, Lamar Jackson's probably a good start. Drake May would be a great start this week. But I think Dak Prescott's going to have himself a good game. It's a division matchup, so this is an important game. Actually, this is really important for the Cowboys because they low-key need to stay in contention. And I think it's coming to that point soon where they can start getting knocked out. Bijan Robinson, he's playing the Saints. Need I say more? Jonathan Taylor, he's playing the Chiefs. But last game he played, he put up 280 yards from scrimmage and 3 touchdowns. So why not? Why not pick him? Best running back in the league, should be the MVP frontrunner. JSN, that's my boy. He's playing the Titans. Need I say more? Stephon Diggs, he has a really good matchup against the Bengals, who have a very weak defense. So same thing with Trayvon Henderson. I think Stephon Diggs, he had himself a game last week, so I think he's going to do it again. Then Trey McBride, I think he'll be a great start this week against the Jags. Last week, he put up 27 points because Jacoby Brissett had 47 completions. So, why not, CMC, I think, is going to be really good for you. He's played the Panthers, who aren't... excuse me, they're not awful, but they're not great. And CMC is a dog still this year. So, why not? Seahawks are playing the Titans. Need I say more? With the #1 defense in fantasy right now, too. Goated. And then Eddie Pinheiro, he is the number 6 kicker in the league. Again, the kicker is kind of just whoever. Eddie Pinheiro's been on here for 8 weeks. Literally just put someone there. It doesn't matter because they're all going to score points. Just pick a team that's gets in the red zone or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's our fantasy starts. Our winners this week, though. This is where last week we did good. The week before we did good. We've been doing good. We've been over 10 wins every week for the past, or 10 correct picks or more, for I think 6 weeks now. So let's see if we can keep it up this week. These are all chosen by me. Mason did not have a say in these, so hopefully I don't screw it up for us. I think the Bills are going to beat the Texans. I think the Colts are going to beat the Chiefs. I believe that the Seahawks should destroy the Titans. I hope. The Packers should beat the Vikings. 9 is not going to get it done. Not unfortunately, he sucks. The Ravens shouldn't have any issue with the Jets, I wouldn't think. Same with the Lions and the Giants. I would assume the Lions can win pretty well. And then the Bears and the Steelers, that game is actually low-key a pretty decent game. And I think that, excuse me, I think that there's a chance Mason's at that game. I'm not 100% sure, but I know he's going to the Browns game and the Saints games. Well, he's going to those two. Anyways, the Patriots should beat the Bengals pretty easily. Joe Burrow might be back this week. I think I saw that like he might be practicing again, which if he is back, I think because of the fact that Jamar Chase is suspended this week, I still think the Patriots take that. The Bengals don't have a defense. Let's be real. Browns and Raiders, game of the week for no one. I think the Raiders are going to lose to the Browns. Now, could they win? Absolutely. Do I think they will? No. The Raiders suck. Jags, Cardinals. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I probably would have picked the Cardinals. Last week, the Jags came out and blew out a really good team. Not a really good team, but a pretty good team. And for that reason, I got to give it to the Jags. And then the Eagles and the Cowboys. This is actually probably one of the games of the week, along with Bills Texans. So I'd say, before I get these last 4 games, I'd say the games of the week are the Bills Texans, Colts Chiefs, the Eagles Cowboys, Bucks Rams. I think those are the 4 games to really watch this week. That should be probably really good. But yeah, I think the Cowboys are going to beat the Eagles. I think they're going to upset them, give them another loss. It's an in-division matchup in Dallas. Dallas is healthy. Why not? Falcons Saints. I'm going to the Falcons. Both teams kind of suck, but the Saints probably suck more. So we're going to have to go that way. Rams Bucks should be a really good game for Sunday Night Football. And I'm going to give it to the Rams. Bucks have been good. Bucks are good. Don't get me wrong. They're a great team. But the Rams are, I would say, the best team in the league. And Stafford is playing at an MVP level. And if not, he's playing better than that. And then the Panthers and 49ers. Call me crazy on this one. I'm taking the Panthers. This one is I'm taking the upset here. It's a Monday Night Football game, and that's kind of why too. Like if this were like a Sunday at 12 game, I'm taking the 49ers. But this is Monday night. Monday nights are always like weird. Everyone plays bad, or like bad teams play good. There's almost no other way. And for that reason alone, I'm having the 49ers lose to the Panthers. Call me crazy. And then moving on to our parlay legs, the last part of the video. If you've been watching this series, if you've been following along this season, I'm okay at these. I get like 3 to 5 right. I think my best week I got 6, but we'll see. Hopefully this week we can do better. I'm waiting for that all 8 perfect week. Starting off, we got Tyler Warren over 5.5 receptions. Oh yeah, also I always take the over. Never take the under. Tyler Warren 5.5 receptions. He's been getting at or around that pretty consistently. And they're playing the Chiefs. I'm assuming it's going to be a pretty pass-heavy game. So for that reason, I think it's safe. Stephon Diggs over 4.5 receptions. I think he could get that pretty easily against the Bengals. He'll probably be open a lot. And I'm pretty sure he's the number 1 option. So for that reason, he'll probably get that pretty quick. JSN 93.5 yards. I don't think he's gotten under that 2 times this year. Maybe. I think he's gotten under that 2 times this year. So why not take the over? They're playing a terrible team. Jacoby Brissett 1.5 passing touchdowns. This dude has 2 passing touchdowns in the last 5 games. But only 2. So it is a risky pick. But low-key, why not? He was slinging the ball last week, so give it to him. James Cook over 2.5 receptions. And then Josh Allen over 2.5 total touchdowns. Allen had 6 last week. James Cook, I could see 3 checkdowns in there. So, or like maybe 2 checkdowns and a screen or something. So I think James Cook could hit that. And then Hollywood Brown over 2.5 receptions. That's kind of an out there pick because he's not their number 1 option. I don't even know if he's their number 2. I don't know. I think he's their number 4 option actually. But why not? Give him the 2.5 receptions. And then Jonathan Taylor over 111.5 rush and receiving yards. Last week he had, or not last week, 2 weeks ago he had 280. And I'm assuming he's going to be a very important factor to this game against the Chiefs. So he's either going to get like shut down to like 50 total or like probably around 200. So I think Jonathan Taylor is going to be a great pick for that. But yeah, that is the end of this video. We have come to the end. So if you're liking what you watch, like, comment, subscribe. I'll appreciate it. We'll love you till the day you die if you do. And yeah, I guess we'll see you in the next one. Later.